Look at anything precise you own. The lens in your phone camera, the bearings inside a hard drive, the blades in a jet engine. Every one of them was cut by a machine, and that machine was cut by another machine, and that one by another. Follow that chain backwards far enough, and you run into something genuinely strange. A question you cannot answer by measuring anything at all. Who made the first one? Your instinct says precision is about measurement, better instruments, tighter tolerances. But measuring only ever tells you how wrong you already are. It never makes anything right. To cut apart accurately, the tool has to travel along an accurate line, which means the machine must already move accurately before it touches anything. Accuracy doesn't get measured into a part, it gets transferred into it, out of the machine. 1774, James Watt has a steam engine he cannot actually build. The problem is the cylinder. Nobody can bore a hole that big and have it come out round. Watt is stuck using hammered iron and steam leaks straight past the piston. Then John Wilkinson changes one thing. He runs the cutter's shaft all the way through the cylinder and supports it at both ends instead of letting it hang out unsupported. His cylinders, it was said, didn't err by more than the thickness of an old shilling. That is usually called the first machine tool. But look what it does to our question. Wilkinson's boring machine had to be accurate itself, so its own parts had to be cut accurately by something. Every machine inherits its accuracy from whatever made it, which means the chain has to bottom out somewhere. And it cannot bottom out in a measurement, so what is actually down there? At the bottom is the simplest shape there is. Flat. Every slideway a machine moves along, every surface you rest a part on to inspect it, every reference anyone has ever measured against. All of it begins with a flat plane. So the whole question narrows down to one genuinely hard problem. How do you make something perfectly flat when you don't own anything flat to copy? The obvious answer is to rub two plates together. High spots touch first, so high spots wear away. Do that for long enough and the two faces match perfectly. No gap anywhere. And they are still not flat. Because a dome and a bowl fit together perfectly too. Two surfaces can agree with each other completely and both be wrong. Matching isn't flatness. Matching is only agreement. So you add a third plate. Scrape A until it matches B, then scrape A until it matches C. Now put B against C. And the error appears. It has nowhere left to hide. Keep rotating the pairs, keep scraping away whatever stands proud, and all three drift toward the only shape that can match itself in every possible combination. A true plane. Out of three rough lumps of iron and no reference of any kind. And this is not folklore. In 1840, at a scientific meeting in Glasgow, an engineer named Joseph Whitworth read a paper on how to produce a true plane. He argued for scraping the metal by hand rather than grinding it, and he brought his plates with him, so flat that when you slid one across the other, they floated almost without friction. Precision stopped being a private craft secret. It became a procedure. Anyone could follow it. Now the honest asterisk. The method has a blind spot. In 1970, the precision engineer Wayne Moore pointed out that it fails on rectangular plates. Give two long rectangles the very same gentle twist, one diagonal high, the other diagonal low, and they will match each other perfectly, even turned end for end, and neither one of them is flat. The trick that makes something out of nothing still has one shape it cannot see. Here is the part I did not expect. This is not history. It is still how the most precise machines on Earth get finished. A person spreads a blue pigment paste onto a reference surface, presses the workpiece against it, and the color transfers to whatever is standing proud. Then they cut those spots away with a scraper. By hand. Fine scraping leaves 24 to 36 bearing points per square inch. Which sounds like nostalgia. It isn't. The scraper leaves thousands of shallow hollows behind, and those hollows hold oil. Two metal surfaces that are genuinely flat and genuinely smooth do not slide better. They cold weld, they grab, and they seize. That handmade imperfection is the only reason the machine moves at all. The roughness is the engineering. So precision is inherited, not purchased. And anything inherited tends to concentrate. China set itself a target: 80% of its own high-end computer-controlled machine tools made domestically by 2025. A United States government commission reviewed the results last year. The real figure was closer to a third. And for the ball screws and guide rails inside those machines, foreign firms still hold about 90% of China's high-end market. And if that sounds like an ordinary trade statistic, 1987. Toshiba Machine in Japan and Kongsberg in Norway were caught having sold the Soviet Union around $17 million of machine tools. One of them had 9 axes. It weighed 220 tons, stood 22 meters wide, and could cut a ship's propeller 11 meters across. Members of Congress smashed Toshiba radios with sledgehammers outside the White House. So did those machines really make Soviet submarines quiet? That was claimed very loudly at the time, and disputed just as loudly. Japan rejected the American damage assessment outright, and the machines only ran from the end of 1984. Honestly, we do not know. But notice the thing nobody argued about. Every side agreed that a milling machine was a strategic weapon. They were only arguing about how big a one. So who made the first precise machine? Nobody did. There was never a first one. There was a chain, and every link was a little better than the link before it because a human being carried the accuracy forward by hand. Precision isn't a number you write on a drawing, it's a lineage. Every accurate object in your life traces back through machines, and machines that made machines. It ends at 3 rough plates, and somebody patient enough to rub them together in the right order. You can buy a machine. You cannot buy the chain. Thanks for watching The Industrial Stack. If this made you see the world a little differently, hit like and subscribe. The next one is already on your screen.